Hey, what is up, investors? Jason here. So in this video, we're going to be talking about 3 growth stocks that have come down in price, and the analyst forecast are saying that these stocks are on a discount right now. Now, I'm not going to be recommending these stocks as any sort of financial advice, so please do take that into consideration. Do your own due diligence when it comes to investing, because there is, of course, risk involved. But in my personal opinion, these ones do look like that they do have a lot of potential for some potential gains here in the not too distant future. Definitely ones to be keeping an eye on, in my opinion. So as we get to this, if you guys don't mind, please do me a huge favor as always, and be sure to smash, destroy, annihilate, or gently press that like button. Helps me out a lot with the YouTube algorithm, helps spread the videos to more people that might find it interesting, and subscribe if you have not already. And if you're interested in being a Patreon, help support this channel, and join the private Discord, communicating with me there. That's where I will be hanging out, always on. The link is in the description. Thank you to all the Patreons. Now let's get to it. So the first one that we're going to be talking about is Corsair Gaming, ticker symbol CRSR. Now, the interesting thing here is that this stock is one that came out of the market. A lot of people were really excited about it. There's still a lot of hype behind it right now. German Financial Education is one of the people that are talking about this stock. And it is a very interesting one to really be watching, because one of the things that just recently happened was they had an earnings report. In my opinion, it was not a bad earnings report, but for whatever reason, the analysts had really high expectations for this that were a bit higher than what the company put out. But things were really good, in my opinion, on that report, and it was just taken a little bit negatively. Now, we'll get to that in a second here, but let's just look at what this company really offers. So this is a company that focuses on gaming gear, streaming gear, stuff like that. They sell computers, they sell cases for computers, keyboards, headsets, microphones. They also sell things like webcams, everything that involves computer gaming, streaming, esports, all that jazz is what this company focuses on. So this is an industry that is going to continue to be growing. It's an area that has customers, really are always going to be buying and bettering, the equipment that they have. So there's a lot of potential here for this company to continue growing. Now, if we look back over here at their stock, they have a market cap of $2.5 billion. So not a bad market cap for a company that specializes in selling gear for gaming and streaming. Looking at the revenues here, all this information is really good, okay? So their revenues, if we look at their revenues year over year, they're up nearly 25%. Looking at their net income, up nearly 23% year over year. Looking at their diluted earnings per share, up nearly 7.7% year over year. This is a company that is income positive, so all that jazz is really good information. Looking at their cash on hand, up more than 25%. Another good piece of information here to look at this company and say, this is all great. Now, when we look at their earnings calls here, and understand that the analysts were very bullish on this company, I should say, and we'll get to that in a second here. But looking at their earnings calls and looking at what they've reported, Q3 2020, Q4 2020, Q1 2021, everything here was beat, and they were beat by a lot. But looking at Q2 2021, miss, which this is kind of like the big deal here. So looking at it, though, it's not really bad information. They had expected an earnings per share of 39 cents. What was reported, 36 cents. A surprise of negative 7%. Not a big deal in this comparison. Revenues expected $475 million. Reported $472 million. A surprise of negative 0.47%. Really not a big deal. And when we look and compare this to where they were at in the first quarter of 2021, and this is why I'm getting at that they really were really bullish on this information that they put out. They had really good numbers in this quarter, and now they were expecting in the first quarter 33 cents, and they reported 58 cents. So much larger numbers came out in that quarter, but they have to keep in mind that it was a surprise of 75%. I just feel like they kind of set the bar a bit high, in my opinion. They did really well. I think that, they still beat by a pretty good amount the expected earnings for the first quarter of 2021 by a good amount here in the second quarter. So I think that's what really needs to be looked at, and instead it's kind of taken away from that. Now, when we look over at the analyst forecast here, The 9 analysts offering a 12-month price forecast for Corsair Gaming Incorporated have a median price target of $40 and a low estimate of $28. And look at this high estimate here, $49. So they're kind of right now even below that low estimate at this moment. The stock has come down 26% year to date. So in my opinion, I think that it's in a really good buying spot, and the analysts also think that as well. And I think that the stock has kind of just been beaten up a little bit over other things that have come out, between diluting some shares to raise some money, and at the same time, the recent report not beating the expectations. But as far as what the analysts all think, they really think that there's a lot of potential with this stock. And I would have to agree. I think that the market that they're in and the branding that they've been building really holds up a lot, and there's a lot of potential behind it. So we'll have to see how things really start panning out. I think that maybe by this upcoming holiday season that there could be a lot to really gain from this, but we'll have to wait and see. Next is a fintech company that I really like, SoFi, ticker symbol SOFI. Now this one finished a merger not that long ago. They went public through a SPAC merger, and this stock had come down quite a bit since then. Looking at what this company really offers is they offer banking, they offer loans, they offer stocks, they offer a lot of different things with the business, even like cryptocurrencies and things like that. So they're very broad in the business that they're in. They kind of compete with companies like Robinhood. They kind of compete with like big stockbrokers, but at the same time, they also have their own type of business model that really caters to like college students and all that stuff. I think that there's more to this company, than just like a stockbroker or just a bank. They have a lot of different things that they really do offer with their business, and I think that there's a lot of potential there. But what we've seen is the price of their stock come down a lot. Currently, the price of the stock is priced at $13.75. It's got a 52-week range of between a low of $10, which it was a SPAC stock, and a high of $28.26. So seeing where it's at this moment, seeing that it's at $13.75, it is down a significant amount from where it was at its highs. It's down more than 50% from that high. And if we look over at what the analysts are thinking about this stock, the analysts have pretty high expectations. I mean, obviously the stock is up year to date because it was a SPAC. It was trading at $10 a share. But looking at where it's really at, the expectations here, the low of it, $23 is what the analysts are expecting. Now, this is just obviously between two analysts, and not a whole lot going on there. But if you take the analyst's opinion and you agree with the analyst most of the time, their expectations for the stock, their forecast for stock, are much higher than what their current stock price here is. So a low of $23, a medium of $26, and a high of $30. Far from all that right there. And so, in my opinion, I think the stock is at a very discounted price. In my personal opinion, I think that there is still a lot that can really be gained from this. I mean, even if I was to shoot for the low here, I would think that there is a lot of potential there as well. So this is one, in my opinion, that is worth watching. I'll keep an eye on it too, and I'll keep you guys updated in some future videos. But I think that this one has a lot of potential for growth as time does go on here. Now, this last one is Tencent Holdings. It trades on OTC. It's a Chinese company. I've talked about it a couple times before in the past. Ticker symbol TCEHY. So OTC here in the United States is where you can find it. And this is a very large company. This is one that does business with pretty much the majority of all the gaming stuff out there, like a lot of the video game companies. Tencent is either owns them, or they're very largely invested into them, like companies like Epic Games, Blizzard, Activision Blizzard, stuff like that. This is the company that owns large percentages of all those. So Tencent is also very big in the EV space. As you guys know, I like EV stocks, Tesla and NIO. Tencent's a big backer and all that stuff too. And they have a lot of their own applications and things that they own as well. They even have a streaming service that competes with Netflix. I mean, very similar to Netflix, but in China. And it's a really large company in China, but what has happened is this stock has come down a lot with issues that have been going on in China with like investments that Tencent's involved in. Now, looking at Tencent stock forecast, and sorry that there is no chart available here, but we have the information here. The stock is down 23% year to date. It is now at its 52-week low, so keep that in mind. Between 48 analysts offering a 12-month price forecast for Tencent Holdings, they have a median target of $92.18 with a high estimate of $120.93 and a low estimate of $44.96. With that being said, I'd like to hear what you guys' thoughts are of these three stocks. Are there anybody out there that is buying them? I'd like to know. So with that being said, please like, share, comment, subscribe. New videos coming out on my channel all the time. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all in the next video coming very soon.